Okay, so now for the brief overview. So the website builder. The most important thing that you probably need to do from the very beginning is going to the styles. If you want to change the logo or if you want to change whatever I missed, just click on it and it usually takes you to the setting to change it. Going back. So the most important thing you need to do in the beginning is figure out what colors you're going to use. Most of the time you are going to have specific brand colors, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, doesn't matter. And I suggest you find the palette that mostly fits your brand. If it's this one, for some reason, or let's do something more bluish. Yeah, if it's this one, and if it works out of the box for you, perfect. Just click publish. Everything is going to be applied throughout the website as long as you haven't predefined it. Because again, each and every button I have complete control. I can have the whole website blue, but this specific button for some specific reason, I can have it red, for example. If those don't match exactly what you want, you can just click add color. You can change this accent to maybe something, I don't know, a bit. This is, yeah, I can change it to something. You look at the navigation bar right now. I can change it to something, I don't know, a bit darker. And now when I click save, this is my custom palette. So I can switch between all of them, but this is my palette. So this is going to apply throughout. And using this add color technique that I showed you, you can create different palettes. You can do experiments with them to see which makes the most sense and so on and so on. So the first thing you need to do to make your life easier is set this up, because this applies throughout. Again, you can choose fonts and button styles and shapes and so on, but the first thing you should do is the colors. Then here you have the settings, layout, all of your pages sections, common ones and page specific ones, styles, we went through it, a listing of all your pages, the different themes you have, settings for the page, meaning how the page is going to look when you share it, when you paste the link somewhere, who should be able to view this page, by default it's everyone, what the page should be called, this is internally for you. Saving a page, I'm going to save this page. Now if I open my website, you can see the new palette applied. If I change something, let's say this shouldn't say contact, it should say contact us. If I only click save, this is for navigation, so it's a common section. But again, if I make changes to whatever section I need and I click save, I'm not going to see those changes until I publish them. This is a great way for you to build stuff. Maybe start building a page and then you need to, I don't know, go out, do some work. You can just save your progress. It's not going to go live until you publish it, unless it's a common section, because it uses, it's used throughout. So yeah, if a page is not saved, you can click preview. If a page is published, if you publish the page by clicking view site, you will open this in a new tab, and this is the link that you should give people. The link you can also get from here. Just click copy link, and it's going to copy the link for each and every page you have. The difference between website page and a landing page, and those are grouped differently. A website page is pages that is going to inherit all the common styles, fonts, sections, scripts, navigation, announcement bar, footer, and promotional pop-ups. And the landing page is something that by default is going to inherit those, but it's something that you can customize any way you want. And again, it is quite a big thing that we've built. We're joking around the office that it's a product within the product, because even if you don't sell digital products, which you should, you can create your own personal website, your own link in bio, your own Patreon, your own private access community, your own blog. To create a blog, just create a new page with I'm going to give you an example, blog. Just create a new page called blog. You probably don't want this section. Usually the blog page is the listing page of all your articles. Just go to, I don't know, just pick something. Feature cards, for example. and choose a feature card section with images. And those are going to be links to the article pages that you have. Or choose maybe your blog is image rich. You can just choose, for example, media gallery, and you can choose this. And now this image can link to, let's say that this image, it also can have a text. So blog article 1. You can create a page for the blog article 1, style it once, then use the duplicate page functionality. Now you have a blog article template, but you can say that it leads to blog article 1, give it an image. Let's say this one. And now you have a blog listing page. Check out my cool articles. You have blog article 1, 2, 3. Using this media section, you can even create different groups of articles. You can add reviews to the articles. In each and every article page, apart from using a combination of text and video sections, you can add a call to action to each and every blog article page. And you can make each article page completely different. So maybe you have a simple blog post, which is a couple of images, some text, and some bullets. Maybe you have a blog post that is only videos. Maybe you have a blog post that's all images with a nice image gallery. We have different options for this in the different section types. But this gives you a ton of freedom, because now you just go to the links. We don't need this to be the contact us. Let's say that it's the blog page. So let me publish it. Let's call it blog, publish. We don't need this. So let's open. Okay, now you have blog. I just click blog and it's going to open my cool article page and so on and so on. So basically, if you don't see a specific page called blogs or listing or articles or whatever, you can just create your own, whether it be a landing page, corporate website, showcase of your products, link in bio, contact forms, lead forms, whatever. You can probably 99% of what you're ever going to need, you can do. Whatever is missing, just a sec. Just a sec. Yeah, whatever you need, you can create. We are going to go into the questions right now. And I know that we had a question about the lead forms. I'm going to give you an example here on my blog page for some reason. So lead forms can be, and those are very similar in some way to the call to action, because the call to action can be just one field. But let's do a lead form, for example. So I chose this preset. So again, headings, images, videos, text, palettes, you get it. It has it all. So you can make this section look however you want. But by default, the lead forms are going to have some fields. So in this case, name and email. You can add phone, country, and message. If you add a message and someone also types in the message, you are going to receive an email with this person's data and the message they sent you. So you can use this as a contact form. So let's add a country, for example, and let's add, I don't know, a phone. And let's make the phone before the country. So again, you can, those are styled right now as rows. You can make them one below the other. Just play with it a bit. And each and every field has different, you can add the label and you can add the placeholder. So basically, you can style it the way you want. Labels don't show because they're not marked in the settings. You can find them in the settings. You can even make some fields not required. The only field that is required by default, and you cannot mark it as optional, is the email. Why? Because when someone submits your lead form, and I'm going to do it just now, I'm going to keep the name. I'm going to remove the phone and remove the country. Get in touch, and we will send you something special. I am going to fill this form right now just to show you what happens after this. So you have a couple of form settings. One is how you want to tag the leads that you're getting. This is a great feature because you can then filter leads by tag and give them access to specific products, send them an email, contact them, and so on and so on. So this is in the form settings. You have a checkbox for consent, which people need to check if they're going to submit any data. You have a success. So after success, success means what happens after someone submits the form. So by default, you show them a message, thanks for subscribing, or whatever you write, or you can even redirect them. After they submit the form, you can take them to your offer page or a product page or a specific URL, or you can scroll them down to a specific section. I'm just going to keep this for now. And I'm going to, we did this on the blog page. I'm going to open the blog page, reload it. And now I have a form. So my name is John Doe, for example. And my name would be cto@skillplate.com. So I click submit. I get thanks for subscribing. And now if I go back to my SkillPlate and go to user and go to leads, I have John Doe here. John Doe is tagged with whatever tags I set. You can create as many tags as you want. So this person now has already an account on SkillPlate. They don't know it, but they have an account, meaning that you can see the tags. You can filter all your leads by tags, by whether or not they've converted. Converted means whether or not they have become your customers. Right now, they're leads. If they buy something, if you give them access to something, they are going to be converted and they are going to show up in the users. Right now, they don't show in the users. It shows that there's a total of 2 users because one is a user, one is a lead, and they're not converted. This is a great way to collect leads. Maybe offer them something for free, then you can send them stuff, and with the API, which is going to be a whole other topic, hopefully very soon, you'll be able to do all kinds of automations based on the leads you create. But right now with the leads, you collect them here, as I showed you, but using the webhooks, which we currently have, you can also automatically add those leads to your mailing platform or CRM or whatever. So basically, once you set up a lead form, like I showed you how, you can go to settings, you can go to webhooks, and you can create a webhook called user created. Because leads are counted as users, you can just paste your webhook URL, and I'm going to just show you a quick example. This is a great testing tool because it catches webhooks so that I don't have to set everything up. But ideally, this webhook URL is going to come from your mailing client, let's say Klaviyo, MailChimp, whatever. So this is basically all the CRMs, all the mailing agents, they have this. So you would create the webhook. And now when someone fills in the lead form, you are going to get this information right away. I'm not going to fill the lead form again because we have more questions, but I'm going to send a quick test. So now when I open this webhook site, you see all the data that you are going to get inside of your MailerLite, MailChimp, or whatever thing you want to integrate to. So you have all the data that you need. So you have the name, test user, the email, the country, whatever data we have for the user, we are going to send it. This, if you collect through lead forms, this is going to say lead true, and it's going to have all the tags that you need, meaning that you can have different lead forms. And then the most common use case using the webhook is when you get the data in your, let's say, Klaviyo, if you're using this for email marketing and whatever, using this data, you can separate automatically those based on the tag, based on the country, based on whatever you want, and add them to different mailing lists. And then all your automations are going to kick in. They're going to get emails, free stuff, and whatever. You are going to be able to do this via the API, much, much more customizable. when we roll out the API, and we're going to try to roll out the API with pre-made templates for N8N, Make, Zapier, and so on, so that you can just copy paste them and use them out of the box. But this is a great way to collect leads, which again, the leads are here. And also to feed the leads to whatever platform you want. CRM, mailing, doesn't matter. So just let me read through the question. Password protected pages. So this is a great question. It is achievable right now. So you can create accounts for people and with sharing the screen again, with either importing users or having users sign up via a free product or to purchase a product or whatever gets the user in. I'm just going to use an example as new user. You can create the user, and all of those fields you can import via CSV file if you have multiple users. And how you would create a password page is probably create the user, set a password, and this is probably going to be the same password for all the users because you want them to access it via the same password, or better yet, create different passwords for users. And you can even create the user without a password. Click user choose. They're going to receive an email to create a password. And then in the website builder, when you go to a specific page, let's say that this hidden specific my landing page, the page visibility is only for either enrolled students, meaning people who have access to at least one of your products, doesn't matter which. But ideally, if you create a landing page with a free product or a paid product or whatever, the user has either chosen their own password or has the password that you set up for them. Then you would choose enrolled product in one of your products. So it's not a password page per se, but in the email which people receive, and you can customize all the emails for each and every product type, and you can create custom emails for each and every product. Then you can give them instructions. Hello, thank you for purchasing this and this and this. You can access your private page or gated community or your Patreon style thing here, and you just paste the link to the page that you've set up to be only visible to people who are logged in and have access to this account. So it's not a password protected page by default, but it is a nice enough workaround that you can use right now. Okay, undo, redo buttons. This specific important because accidentally change the size. Yeah, so until you publish the page, the changes will not go live. And whatever changes you make, going to this, let's just keep it open. Whatever change you make here, it's not even going to get saved until you at least click save. So redo, we don't currently have. I don't know if it's in the pipeline even, because it's with all the settings that you saw that each and every section and each and every part of the section has. It's very tricky to do from a technical standpoint because we need to preserve history for a lot of changes. Some changes are quite big, meaning that you've removed an entire section, duplicated an entire section. So I understand the ease of use of it, but for now we don't have this. Sorry. Can we add an email option for a page and connect to external email platform like Brevo, MailChimp? Yeah, I answered this. You can do it. Okay. Does it have forms that can be added? Yes. Also, which webhook do we use for leads to Pabbly or Zapier? Yeah, the webhooks you use, again, depends on what you want to do. So the user created means that whenever a user joins Skillplate, either as a lead from a lead form or as someone who purchased something from you or got it for free, whenever a user enters your Skillplate account, they the user created webhook is going to fire. And you can, if you want to feed data to multiple platforms or CRMs or whatever, you can create multiple user created webhooks. The other webhooks types are user updated, when an update is made to the user, either if they made it themselves through their profile or you made it. The payment succeeded, which sends whenever someone goes through the checkout. This also includes free trials and free checkouts. The payment failed. It's self-explanatory. When someone starts subscription, cancels, completes a course, module, or lesson, we will be adding more webhooks and more stuff you can do when we roll out the API. You showed how to change the default page, a locked-in user lands on. It was a website page. Can you? Yeah. So this goes back to the. I'm going to disable the website for a bit. Oh, and disabling a website is also going to remove, because we do the sitemaps and the robots.txt and all the indexing stuff that you need automatically. As soon as you disable the website, we usually update this every couple of hours. So if you disable the website, we are going to remove all those pages from the sitemap, so they will not get indexed. So for the home page, if you have a website active, whatever page you just set as home, this is going to be the home page. If the website is not active, you're using the default automatic pages, then you need to go to settings, general, and choose which page to land on. So I've now disabled the website, and when I open my main URL, I'm going to be taken to the development community page, because this is what I've chosen. I can take users to the automatic product listing page with all of my products. Let's remove this. And now people are going to see all the products that I have listed. So basically it depends on what you want to use. And I just realized that I hadn't shared my screen. Sorry. It's my first time doing a live. So again, if we have the website enabled, whatever page you mark set as home is going to be the home page. For every other, if you have the website disabled and you're using the automatic pages, settings, general, home page. In this case, I set it to the product listing, and as you saw, when I open the default, it takes me to the product listing. To go back to the automatic pages versus website pages, we strongly encourage you to use the website builder, because it gives you, as you saw, a lot more freedom to achieve whatever you want. You can better represent your brand, better represent your offer, better represent yourself, and it allows for much more flexibility, A/B testing, and and provide a lot more functionality. The automatic pages are great. They're very quick to set up, as you saw. As soon as I have a product page, again, as soon as I have a product page, let's say my development community, as soon as I fill in the data, I have the landing page done. Fill in the data, activate the landing page, and people can start buying immediately. Here it is. Here's the checkout. So it all depends on you, what you want to do. Some people start with just automatic pages so that they can see, they can quickly test something, they can quickly test the platform, quickly onboard some people, while at the same time, again, keeping the website builder disabled and building their whole website. Because again, now the website is disabled. You saw that the home page takes me to whatever home page I decided, to the product listing. But when it's disabled and I click view, I am, sorry, I need to change this. When I click view, sorry. Okay, there's a quirk here. I'm not going to get into it. But you can build your website and you can view your website from those buttons, or it's good enough to be to just review everything within your website builder, because you can preview it on tablet, on mobile, and so on. So not a lot of people, some people start with the automatic pages, set things up, get familiar with the whole platform, what it can do, while at the same time build the website. What I strongly suggest, is you decide either the builder or the pages. You can, of course, as you saw, all the buttons in the builder have all the links in the builder can link to a URL of your choosing, so you can take people outside of Skillplate, or you can take people to the automatic pages. So we have clients who build home pages and listing pages and so on, and even blog pages, but they don't want to build the home pages. They like the automatic pages, and it's straight out of the box done for them. So they do use a combination of the automatic pages and the website pages, but I suggest you choose one of the two. And I suggest you use the website builder because we will be making more and more improvements on it. And with our AI that hopefully we can show you in the next couple of months, the AI is going to be able to build what I just showed you with all the settings and stuff for you. So you would talk to it or chat with it or whatever, and it's going to build the website you want, and then take you to the builder for you to just make the specific tweaks you need. I don't know if you have any more questions. Do we have? Okay. Well, I tried to keep it within an hour, failed miserably. Sorry for this, but I hope that you get a better understanding now of the website builder. And again, don't hesitate to contact us on the chat. If we're not responding right away, that means we're sleeping. We're based in Europe. We're people too. And I'm excited to see what you guys can build. Okay, cool. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for sticking to the end. A recording of this is going to be available in the YouTube channel, so you can review it later. And I strongly suggest, like most YouTubers do, like, subscribe, notification bell, because we are planning on adding more and more content and doing more and more of those live events soon. Okay, bye guys. Good luck.